Okay, y'all, it's about to be game on. For those of you who don't know me, I'm John Munsell. I recently wrote a book called INGRAIN AI Strategy Through Execution, and it is a blueprint to help businesses learn how to scale an AI first culture in their organizations. Now, in order for me to pull this off, what I need to do to meet up with the demand that we're having is I need to build a team of certified implementers who know how to integrate and implement our frameworks in organizations literally across the globe. So I've created a certified implementer program. We call it the INGRAIN AI Certified Implementer Program. And it's also for people who want to be trained as trainers inside their organization. They would be called INGRAIN AI Certified Facilitators. Anyway, I have to put on this training and I have like 10 days to do it. So the good news is I've written a book. It's all coming from the book. So the book is source material, but there's a lot of case studies, a lot of other stuff that has to go on. So I decided that I would go lock myself in a hotel in Houston, Texas for an entire week and just grind it out. I'll be using AI, of course, for a lot of it to get it rolling. And I thought it would be kind of fun if I walked you through the process on a daily basis. Mainly, it puts the pressure on me to get it all done. But second of all, I think it would be interesting if you all saw exactly how I use all the different AI tools to put together this training. All right, so I'm about to hit the road now. I think every lawn mowing company in the city has decided now's a good time to mow the lawn. Yeah, you can probably hear a little bit of that rambling going on. But anyway, I wanted to let you know that I am packed to the gills. I've got multiple containers. I'm basically a guy moving into a dorm for a week. So anyway, wish me luck. And there goes the lawn mowing guys. All right, I'm more than halfway to my destination. And if you know, you know. All right, I made it with all my stuff. And they gave me the wrong room. So tomorrow I have to pack it all up, move out, move into another room. Anyway, but tonight I'm jamming, so I'm getting ready to crank it up. All right, so now it's time to get into it. I've been dilly-dallying enough as it is, trying to catch up on emails since the road trip over here. But what I first need to do is I need to really iron out the curriculum, because I'm going to add some guest speakers and trainers in some of these sessions coming up. Specifically, sales. I'm going to bring in a specialist on sales and change management. I'm going to bring in some specialists on change management. So I need to look at my curriculum, make sure it's tight. And the good news is I have all these GPTs already set up. So that's what I'm going to work on first. I'm going to get this curriculum and the syllabus, whatever you want to call it, all lined up. All right, so here we go. All right, another hiccup. Internet access was too slow for me to use the upload and download for recording these things. So I had to, I always upgrade anyway. The upgrade didn't work, and so I had to go downstairs and try to get them to do that. So they had tech support call me, and for the last hour I've been on tech support. Finally got it to where I got decent download and upstream speed. So now I'm back to work. Let's see what we can get done. All right, y'all, I got to admit, got nothing done last night. Went down a big rabbit hole, as you might expect. My ADD self just dove in. I got a bunch of emails from people saying, hey, when are you going to do an audiobook? And I'm like, you got to do that. So yesterday morning, before I hit the road, I recorded the introduction of the book and sent it to a guy on Fiverr that was recommended and said, okay, can you turn this into an audiobook? Clone the voice, do all that stuff. Anyway, we went back and forth last night on the deal. And he said he could do it, but then the invoice that came in said he was going to add a female voice. I'm like, dude, that's not what we agreed to. And he goes, no, just forget it. That's default text. I'll clone your voice. Okay. So then, of course, Amazon earlier, I don't know whether it was earlier this week or earlier last week, announced that you could do an AI voice on their books. So they had originally said you can't use an AI voice, probably because they were building it themselves. So now you can do one. So that's the rabbit hole I went down last night. Anyway, I don't know that the AI voice is going to work. So I picked an AI voice, played around with it. My big concern was when you get into the prompts, how do you read a prompt? I mean, this is probably the easy one because that's, relatively small. But when you get into some of the bigger ones, okay, so these are all prompts. That was one thing I did is I put those little hash marks in there to indicate a prompt in case you guys were searching the book and you had a Kindle version and you're searching for a prompt. That's how you do it. You put those little things in there and then it'll theoretically find the prompt. So this is a prompt, or at least this is part of a prompt. So when you go in here and you hit play.
One common application is what we typically call a thoughts stack. Thoughts. The rise of AI in marketing has revolutionized personalization, but it also raises important privacy concerns. We need to strike a balance between leveraging data for improved customer experiences and respecting individual privacy rights. /thoughts. This approach allows you to infuse your own insights and opinions into AI generation.
All right, so you see, it doesn't work unless you got somebody explaining what this is going to look like as a prompt stack or a prompt. The AI thing's going to be garbage. So anyway, could be a little bit of time before I produce a book. I think what I may try to do, I was just guesstimating that it was going to take me about 17 hours to record the book. So if I were to do an hour a day and then hand it off to this guy, maybe I could get it done in 3 weeks. Who knows? Anyway, big rabbit hole. As you can see, we just went down it too. Never mind. Anyway, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get back on it. Oh yeah, other irritating things. As you know, they put me in the wrong hotel room. So somewhere in the next 4 hours, they're going to move me again. And that means I got to pack all my equipment up. I got loads of it. And then I got to move to another room. So more distractions. And then this mic, I thought I had it set up on a different stand and I had to put it on this stand. But then I thought, I'll unscrew these little pieces. Not a good idea. It has all these little washers in there that fell out all over the floor. And it took me literally 45 minutes to screw the dumb things back in. Anyway, theoretically, I'm going to get to work here today. So we're going to start with the curriculum. Going to turn off the camera because the light that's over here, well, the light out here is the window of the place. The light over here keeps blinking on and off. It's not that bad of a hotel, I promise. But it ain't luxury either. But anyway, we'll get it done.